coffee?
Oh, I wouldn't say no. Especially if it's washed down with a couple of sausages, a few mushrooms, tomatoes, and a fried egg.
Well, you know where the pans are. Unless you think you can persuade Mum to cook.
Oh, I don't think they'll be down for quite a while.
You really are the most infuriating woman in the world.
That's not what you said last night.
Oh, well, maybe I was more drunk than I thought.
Yeah, well, that would explain your performance.
Yeah, performance is the right word, darling.
Whole family coming over. Champagne, the works. Big booking.
Oh. Well, you better unbook it then, because I'm not opening tonight.
But we've got a dozen covers.
I'm not in the mood to deal with customers.
Well, I got that message loud and clear. You've left me to deal with everything. A thank you would be nice. Any idea when Val's coming back? I'll take that as a no then. Do you reckon it would be a good idea to go and actually talk to her about it? Shutting me out isn't going to help, you know.
When I want your advice, I'll ask for it.
I hope you're going to behave yourself today.
You know, I wish everyone would please stop going on about it. Was it even my fault, Dad?
Not you or Scarlett saw it that way. Or Jimmy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to saw it, OK?
Can't wait to see that. You can start with her.
Looking for me?
Actually, I was just on my way to see Scarlett, but thought it'd be wise to get a drink first.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised. She's got a great right hook.
Funny. Thanks for dropping me in it as well.
If I did you a favour, you don't really want to be with her anyway. You just haven't found the guts to tell her yet.
Starting early? No jury would convict.
It's not the answer.
I'd like to know what is. Eric's done a few dodgy deals in his day, but you can't really believe he's a killer. Michael seems pretty sure. Michael. After everything he's been through, you can't believe anything he says. So why did Eric pay him off? I don't know. Maybe he felt sorry for him. Or maybe it was a guilty conscience. And I don't want to end up in the cemetery next to Elizabeth.
These Christmas decorations. I wanted to take them down, but Betty said it were unlucky before the 12th night. What do you reckon?
Look, I'm really worried about your dad.
Bad hangover?
Val's left him. He's just staying at the pub with Diane.
Oh, they'll be right. They're always splitting up. They'll be back together before tea.
No, I think it's different this time.
Why, what's the problem?
What do you know about Elizabeth?
Not much. Married to Dad. She died in the plane crash.
Well, our son's back in the village, and he says your dad killed her.
And that's why Val's left him? Well, she believes it?
I don't know, but she's not taking any chances.
Dad said it'd be all right if me and Will played in here while he chops wood.
Oh, you go ahead, love. We just put back for a bite to eat before we go back to work.
Good of you to do this.
Oh, well, I was going to come home and make one for Zach anyway, so one more is no trouble.
Well, I hope he appreciates how lucky he is. Usually make me home, but missed the alarm this morning.
Oh, it's always hard, isn't it? First day back to work.
Especially when it's a bank holiday.
Yeah.
Nearly turned over and went back to sleep, but I'm glad I made the effort now.
Wow, did you get this lot for Christmas?
You can have these two if you want. I've already got them.
Don't you want to take them back and change them?
Call it a late Christmas present.
Thanks.
Thank Nikhil. He only bought them to try and creep around Maisie. Reckons if he gets on the right side of me, she'll like him better.
Call it a garden.
Are you going to answer it?
It's not someone I want to talk to. Come on, let's play.
Manuel,
Just missed Jimmy. He called around to see if I was all right.
don't think he would have been too pleased to see me. You must still be mad, though.
I've been thinking about it a lot.
Okay, I came to apologise. But there's still a few things we need to get straight.
Look, before you say anything, I've realised that I totally overreacted.
Sorry?
I've had time to think, and it's so obvious that Mia started it.
Yeah, I know, but I shouldn't have let it happen.
Well, you didn't have much choice. She pretty much leapt on you.
Yeah, but I know how much it must have hurt you. Scarlett, it was supposed to be our night.
Guess I'm gonna have to get used to it. Going out with the best looking guy in the village, he's bound to have girls chasing after him.
Morning. Happy New Year. I'm a bit bothered about your dad, love. I said good morning and he just ignored me.
He's got a lot on his mind.
I know it's been a difficult time, but it's like he's in another world.
Dad? Dad, what's going on? Can't just stand here all day.
For 17 years, I've been trying not to think about it. And now all I can do is think about it.
I know your wife died. And I know that her son's accusing you of killing her.
Yeah. He's always thought that.
He must have a reason. You didn't do it, did you, Dad?
Do you really need to ask?
See? Can't stay mad at you for too long.
Don't you think you're letting me off the hook just a little bit too easy?
Don't be daft. Hey, do you want to go upstairs?
No, Skylar, there's still stuff we need to sort out.
Okay, if that's what you want.
Look, it's been great. Yeah, it really has, but I'm not ready for setting up house and all that.
Oh, I know, I was pushing you too hard. It was a crazy idea. We don't need to settle down yet. We've got the rest of our lives. We just need to concentrate on enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
We can do anything. We can go anywhere. The States, the Far East, a round the world trip. You name it, I'll book it.
That's not what I meant. Look, what I'm trying to say is that I think we've come to the end of the line. It's over. I'm sorry.
Hi. How's Valerie today?
Not happy.
I was hoping to have a word with her.
She said she doesn't want to speak to you.
I told her this would be a waste of time.
You're never going to sort this out if they don't talk.
You're right. I'll try and persuade her.
Thank you. Could do with a drink.
Bad idea. Remember what you're here for.
What's the point? Already told her it's nonsense. She won't listen.
Yeah, well, you need to tell her a bit more than that, don't you?
I want you to come home.
Home is where the heart is. Right now, I'd rather be here.
What do I have to do to convince you?
I want to know exactly what happened that night.
I told you.
No, you told me what didn't happen. I know you're hiding something.
This is stupid. We can't discuss this here. We need some privacy. Please come home. I'll tell you everything.
I can't. I don't feel safe in that place alone with you anymore.
You don't have to do that.
I have to at home.
Not like your Zach with someone to fuss over me all the time. Bet you wouldn't mind someone looking after you for the change.
Chance will be a fine thing.
Go on, you deserve it. Why don't you put your feet up now and I'll make us another brew?
Because we've got to get back to work.
I didn't realise it was that late. It's your fault. You've always got so much to chat about, I don't notice the time go.
If Nichol's paying us double time, he'll want his money's worth. Come on. Oh, Belle. I'll see you later, love.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
I'm on a winning streak.
Give me a chance to get even. Could be Maisie.
It's not. I know exactly who it is.
What's going on? Look, if someone's upsetting you, I want to help.
There's nothing you can do.
Let me try.
If you must know, it's Nathan. You won't leave me alone.
Don't suppose Diane will mind? Want one?
No, thank you.
After all that we've been through, you don't actually think I'd kill somebody.
Well, that's what I keep telling myself. But the truth is, I can't trust anything you say. I'm not even sure you did drop Michael off at the station. You might have killed him too. That's why I'm staying here. At least I know I'm safe with my sister.
Ah, wasn't expecting to see you today.
Nice surprise?
More like a big mistake.
We just needed some advice and thought it might be nicer over a glass or two.
Yeah, well, you know what can happen when we do that.
That is never going to happen again.
Yes, agreed. And the best way to make sure is to avoid temptation.
Agreed. But I really do need some advice.
We'll call the Samaritans.
They don't know Declan the way you do.
Yeah, well, after the way you two were last night, I don't think you need any advice from me.
Unfortunately, things turn frosty.
Rowan.
Don't we always? I really want him back. I just need to find some way of keeping the good times going. Suggestions on a postcard.
Maybe you're making this all way too complicated. Now, everyone can see that he can't resist you. All you need to do is go home, put something sexy on, give him that look, and all the rows will be forgotten.
Your time's up.
Give us a chance. Not easy for me.
Well, sitting there making up new lies, you mean?
You'll get the truth. But you're not going to like it. You want that drink now?
No, just the truth.
Well, I certainly need another. When Elizabeth and I first got together, I tried to turn over a new leaf. She used to boast that she was going to make an honest man of me.
Don't make me laugh.
It worked for a while. But I was weak, easily led into temptation.
Tell us something I don't already know.
She used to work for Frank Tate, who was the owner of Home Farm at the time, and he trusted her with the company checkbook, and I was going through a bad patch, and I borrowed a cheque, then another, and then another. Only small amounts at the time, and no one noticed. It was so easy. And she found out, she went ballistic and threw me out of the house.
You deserved it?
Well, maybe so. Then she tried to set the law on me.
Can you blame her?
She went to the police, but she had no proof. And I convinced them that it was a domestic. which made her even more determined. But I couldn't let her go on like that.
So what did you do?
I went to the house to talk to her. But she wouldn't listen to reason.
You'd catch your death of cold sitting around dressed like that.
I wasn't expecting you.
I can see that. I just wanted to ask Declan if the rest of my fertiliser had arrived. I've nearly run out. Well, I'm off to my vegetable patch.
What's going on?
I've just made a complete idiot of myself. I took Jay's advice.
Well, if that was the answer, what was the question?
Same as always, you and me. Things were going so well last night.
Story of our lives.
I just don't want it to end. We're meant for each other. And Jay thought this was the best way to convince you.
I hope you told him it was a little bit more complicated than that.
No. I was stupid enough to think he might be right. That was a mistake.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to say anything. I was hoping the chemistry would be enough. Obviously, I was kidding myself. Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's time to face that and move on.
I went there to talk. I knew it would be difficult. You see, I tried to shift the blame for the checks onto Michael.
Tried to free my son.
She had a trick up her sleeve. We'd sold a Roman bracelet for a good price. The only problem was it was found on home farm land, and so therefore technically belonged to Frank Tate. So she was going to take the evidence to the police. And I thought she was bluffing. It would have incriminated her as much as me, but she didn't seem to care. She said it was worth it to see me get my comeuppance. She became hysterical, hitting me, screaming at me. Said she was going to get the evidence and ran out into the night. I thought if they got me for the bracelet, the police would keep on digging until they uncovered everything, including those blasted checks. Well, I couldn't let that happen, and I'd be finished. So I ran out. After onto the moor. She had a head start, but I knew where she was going, and I caught up with her eventually. I tried to talk her out of it, but she wouldn't listen. I realized then it was too late for words. She must have seen in my eyes what I was going to do, and she turned, ran screaming. A tree close by burst into flames. The sky lit up. It rained fire.
Was it the fuel from the plane?
We didn't know that at the time. And the nightmare that I was in got worse and worse. And I eventually found Elizabeth. She was dead. Killed by the debris.
Are you saying you didn't kill her?
As far as the police were concerned, she was just another casualty. But she wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for me. So, now you know the truth. I wanted to kill her and would have if things had turned out differently. I've had to live with that for 17 years. Now you'll have to live with it too.
No, Eric. I don't have to live with it. Get out.
Rory McGrath's catching up with some familiar faces, such as hotelier Thomas Noblet, who set himself another epic challenge. And he's also introducing us to the man with a passion for pigs in the lakes at 8. Next, though, the police are closing in Corrie.